My wife, Joni, and I were vacationing in the Philippines, and I decided to visit my friends on the island of Mindoro. While staying with friends in the so-called Christian town, the son of the chieftain of the Mangyans, he invited me to his tribal village. He said that a wild mountain buffalo every now and then would come down and harass them. But this time around, it was destroying the corral of the tribe because apparently one of the cows was in estrus. And this wild buffalo would like to get to this buffalo cow, and he knocked down the walls of the corral to get in. And because of that, everyone stampeded out of the corral and started becoming wild. So they did not want to invite the Philippine Constabulary to shoot the wild buffalo because if the report of the gun could make his domesticated buffaloes become feral. So I said, well, okay, we will try and take that buffalo. And along with this three of the member of the Mangyan troop, we hunted this buffalo, and it took 4 arrows to drop it. The first arrow was not fatal, but close to being lethal. And so when the Mangyan trackers started tracking it while I was behind them, it ended up I'm getting trampled by the trackers every time the buffalo turned around and chased us. So we were clambering up a tree with a buffalo chasing us. My tape recorder fell. When it dropped, the tape recorder went from recording to play, and it played this woman singing. And the buffalo apparently got scared of it, and it just took off. So anyway, after the 4th arrow, it dropped, and this buffalo was just too heavy to take home. And so what the Mangyans did was they just quartered it and brought the large pieces of that buffalo to someone's house, to the house where Johnny and I were staying. Practically nothing was wasted. The ball joint of the buffalo became like a billiard ball that the kids could play with. The urinary bladder was saved. It was washed, and people blew air into it and tied it with hemp and let it dry in the sun, and it became a permanent, unbreakable ball balloon that the kids could kick around. The horn were turned by some artisans into a horn, that you can blow to announce to people that something is going on. Parts of that horn were turned into weaving spindles, combs, and other tools that they could make use of. They saved the tail, they turned it inside out, put salt in it, let it dry in the sun, and it became like a scepter that was given to the chieftain of the village, and that he can carry that around like a fly swatter, literally. The hooves were also saved because they're ungulate, and they fill that with sap from trees, and they fashioned a wick out of moss, and that became a lamp that people can carry around. But none of the buffalo was wasted. It was brought back to life in so many different ways.